Hello, everyone. Today we will discuss what would have happened if Kovu had died in the second installment of The Lion King. Well, the changes would depend on when he died, either in the big battle at the end of the cartoon or at the beginning of the cartoon when he was very young. Personally, the best thing for me would be for Kovu to die when Nuka died. It would have been even better if he had died instead of Nuka. I didn't like Kovu as much as Simba in the first part. Well, let's think about what would have happened. This disaster would have completely changed the ending and the second cartoon. First, Kovu going to the other world would have disrupted Zira and Scar's plans. We know that Kovu was chosen to kill Simba, and Kovu's death would have left them no other choice. Imagine that Zira had spent years raising, nurturing, and possibly giving all the food Kovu was missing. And this is a bummer. Zira should likely have wholly changed her plans to destroy Simba. And what could have been thought of in her situation? As one option, Zira could find a way, either alone or with someone, to kill Simba. Well, let's think about who she could work with. Hyenas as an option. But that's if she was left in the unknown, believing that the hyenas killed her favorite Scar. It's certainly not a given that the hyenas would want to cooperate with the lions again, given how they were tricked by Scar and Zira, Scar's known accomplices. With or without the hyenas, Zira and her lionesses could have trapped Simba and killed him. Another idea is that after Kovu died, Zira could have trained Nuka just like she trained Kovu. Although Nuka was a bit of a prick, he had the potential to become a strong lion because he was passionately dedicated. Plus, he was a docile lion and craved his mother's recognition, which was no small thing in achieving their goal. So Zira, as Scar's loyal henchwoman, could control Nuka without much effort, thus preventing him from changing Scar's policy. Most likely, Zira would be the absolute ruler. Well, Nuka's just for show. If you say Nuka was weak, therefore he's not a ruler, that's not an argument. The Scar was a weak lion too. I agree that the argument that Nuki didn't have a lush mane, so he couldn't be king, also sounds lame. So, let's keep thinking about what would happen if Kovu died. Well, Kiara wouldn't have a friend until the end of the cartoon. Nuka was the only lion similar in age to her, but I'm sure he would rather kill her than be her friend. Of course, Kovu's death would not have meant that Simba would have continued to live. As I said earlier, Zira must have had a backup plan, but if she didn't have a good plan, it would have ended with her death and the death of the exiles. If there were a big battle, no one would stop her as Kovu and Kiara did. It would be a bloodbath without mercy. But even if Zira's plan succeeded and there was a bloodbath, and she won, someone would have to take the role of king. Obviously, Simba is dead, so Nuka would be king, although he may not be the right one. But again, if we talk about Nuka's uselessness, I can say the same thing about Simbi, who was absent from the Pride for several years, eating all sorts of worms and having fun, and then came back and became a mega ruler. But then the question is, why couldn't Nuka make a good ruler? After all, he grew up in harsh conditions, and as for me, such children learn very early about adult life. In one of my videos, I tell you what would happen if Nuka became a ruler. If you are interested, you can check it out on my channel. However, there are other possible outcomes if Kovu had died. If he died before growing up, there would be the same ending if he died a little later. But if Kovu had died when he was a little lion cub, even if he died when he was a little lion cub, it would give Zira more time to think things through and create and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more theories. Have a good day, everyone, and see you soon.